I'm gonna walk you through a full progression of 5 baseball hitting drills that'll teach you how to consistently crush the outside pitch. And if you do what I'm going to share with you today, you'll be able to hit 7 out of 10 hard to the opposite field. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. If I can't hit 7 out of 10 line drives to the opposite field off this pitching machine that throws 90 miles per hour at the end of this video, then one of you will win $20. That's right. One of you will win $20. And if you want a chance of winning $20, just like the person you see on screen who entered into the contest in my last video, which you can watch after this video, then all you have to do is hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Go ahead. Hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Thank you for doing that, by the way, because my goal here is to beat the NBA in subscribers, and I got a long way to go, but every subscriber counts, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for hitting the like button and subscribing. And the last thing you need to do to enter the contest is you need to comment a number, in which I'm going to hide somewhere throughout this video, because in my last video, which you can watch after this video, I chose a number which is really special to me. It was my MLB number. So with that said, let's get started with the baseball drills. So the first drill we're going to do is the bunt drill. And the reason we're going to do this drill is because we need to know what we can or can't hit to the opposite field. And by bunting, what we're essentially doing is teaching ourselves the strike zone and teaching ourselves what pitches are good to hit and what pitches are bad to hit. See, the best hitters in the game are just that. They are hitters. They aren't swingers. And these hitters know what they are good at hitting and what they are bad at hitting. See, swingers are just players that just swing just because it's an outside pitch. And some outside pitches are just low probability pitches. That's a low probability pitch. Just means we'll never be able to hit those squarely to the opposite field. So the more you bunt, the better you're going to get at identifying what pitches are good to hit and which pitches are bad to hit. And this is going to lead to more success on the field, because you'll know which pitches you can hit hard to the opposite field and which pitches you just might have to let go or foul off. So the next drill we're going to do is the open hitting drill. And this drill is very strange, and it feels even stranger. When I do this drill, I always feel like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore.
Oh, God, I love it. Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right.
I always feel ridiculous doing this drill, but that's not the point. The point of this drill is to enter into the strike zone early and get you on the path towards the ball. This drill will drop you into the slot of the ball, which will allow you to hit that line drive hard to the opposite field. In this drill, you're not going to stride or anything. This drill is to focus on your upper body, and we're doing that by being in this position. Remember, in this drill, you want to feel your scap, which you most definitely will when you do this drill. And if we look at this MLB player from the back, we see that we get a similar motion. This is what we aim to create to start driving the ball to the opposite field. The next drill we're going to do is called the no pivot drill. In this drill, we are not going to use our lower half. It's going to be similar to the open hitting drill. However, we're going to be squared towards the pitcher. What this drill allows us to do is work inside of our body instead of around our body. And we really need to get that motion here if we're going to drive that ball to the opposite field. See, when we get in trouble when it comes to hitting to the opposite field, a lot of times we are moving away from the baseball, and the result tends to be ground outs or weak pop-ups to the opposite field, or just swinging and missing. So with this drill, it's going to combat all that and keep us on the ball by working inside of our body instead of around our body, and be direct to the baseball so we can hit line drives to the opposite field. Now the next few drills, we're gonna use our lower half. The next drill we're gonna do is called the 45 degrees hitting drill. It's a slight variation from the open hitting drill. In this drill, we're going to get on the path of the ball and now work on our extension through the baseball. And if we look at the best hitters in the game, we see that they extend through the baseball. They keep their shoulders square and their shoulders don't open up at all. It's like the shoulders moving in a clock movement with one shoulder replacing the other shoulder. I like to say that you're not trying to hit the baseball, you're trying to catch the baseball. Hitting the baseballs like this, catching the baseball is through it. You catch it on the barrel and you continue through it. And in this drill, we can feel if we catch the baseball or if we just hit the baseball. And if you catch the baseball using this drill, you'll see your shoulders move in a clock movement and you'll be able to drive this ball to the opposite field. The other reason we are doing this drill, because it teaches us to stay back. See, if you drift forward on your front foot, you're going to chop this ball and start rolling it over, or you're just going to swing and miss it. But if you stay back on your back side, it's going to allow you to get on plane and get more consistent hard contact. So you're going to let the ball come to you and allow yourself to drive this baseball to the opposite field. In other words, this drill keeps you behind the baseball, which is going to allow you to drive that ball to the opposite field. Lastly, the benefit of using this drill is it'll get you connected because it'll allow you to work your backside correctly and your upper side the same way. If one of those are off, you're not going to be able to hit the ball to the opposite field. So everything starts working together so you can start crushing it to the opposite field. So the next drill we're going to do is a small bat drill. And I usually use a one-handed bat to do this drill, but I don't have it with me, so what I'm going to do is just choke up to make it like a one-handed bat. This drill is teaching us to just let the ball get deeper. To hit the ball to the opposite field, you got to let it get deeper, but that's a good thing because when you let the ball get deeper, it allows you to make good decisions as a hitter. If you're too far out front, you might make bad decisions. Meaning you're swinging, maybe it's a cutter or it's a slider or it's a changeup. But if you're seeing the ball deep, now you got that extra second to say, nope, I'm not going to swing at that pitch. So when we work this outside pitch, it allows us to make good decisions as a hitter. And good hitters make good decisions. And when you do use this drill, make sure you're seeing the ball hit the barrel. A lot of times people are moving their head, see it hit the barrel and then drive it to the opposite field. And the last thing I have to say when you're doing this drill is push through the ball. In other words, catch it. Don't hit it, catch it. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, the opposite field challenge. But first, here are the rules.
My goal is to hit 7 line drives to the opposite field out of 10 swings. If I take a pitch, it does not count. It must be a swing to count.
And if I don't hit 7 out of 10 balls hard to the opposite field, one of you will win $20. And if you want a chance of winning that money, just like the person in the last video, all you need to do is just comment the number that I put somewhere in this video. You just need to comment it below. That'll tell me that you watched the entire video. But you also have to hit that like button for me if you hadn't already. Go ahead, hit it if you haven't. And you also need to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. Now let's do the challenge. It's game time. Let's do this. One. 2. 3. 4. 4 out of 5 right now. 5 out of 6. 6 Let's go, baby. Let's go. If you enjoyed this, you'll love this video right here, which is going to tell you how to consistently square up a baseball. So right now, click that video, and I'll see you in the next video.